I saw the Minister for Interior saying that we should be asked to help in investigations in this matter. William Ruto, you need to know, the Americans want to know why you are working with Al-Shabaab. Why, when you are in Mandera, you met 3 leaders of the Al-Shabaab militia at night to discuss business with them. They want to know why. They also want to know why you have removed the requirement for vetting of non-Kenyans before they are given IDs. The Americans are concerned that suspected terrorists will be registered as Kenyans and they will find their way to America and the rest of the world. We cannot help in any investigations because the Kenya government has not initiated any investigations against William Ruto. The people who have initiated investigations is the American Senate. So if there is need for us to help in investigations, we'll help the American Senate, not the Kenya government, because the Kenya government has not initiated any investigation. Number 2,
I saw another man who sat where you are sitting the other day, disparaging our country, talking about issues of insecurity as though it's a joke, to the extent that he's talking about, he thinks that he's going to parade issues of terrorism in America for him to get votes. Your Excellency, we want to say without fear of contradiction, because he has said he has information and he knows and he has an agent who is sitting in meetings with Al-Shabaab, as soon as he lands in Kenya, he must record a statement to tell us exactly which meetings he's doing.
Nimesikia watu wengine wanacheza na mambo ya security ya nchi. Na mimi nimekuwa waziri wa usalama wa taifa, naelewa maneno ya usalama sio maneno ya mchezo. Nimesikia viongozi wengine wa zamani wameenda huko ng'ambo na wameenda huko kutusi nchi ya Kenya na kutusi rais na kutusi viongozi wengine. Sisi hatuna shida. Kama ajenda yako ni matusi, endelea na matusi. Kama upendi rais ama upendi deputy president ni sawa, hiyo ni haki yako. Lakini kuna tofauti kati ya nchi ya Kenya na viongozi. Iko tofauti kati ya nchi ya Kenya na serikali ya sasa, kwa sababu serikali ni nyingi. Hii serikali ya William Ruto ni serikali ya awamu ya 5.
One country has been captured by a network of politicians, military officers, and criminal cartels who profit from smuggling, terrorism, and organized crime. Take Jacob Juma's Resumérance report, Sweet Secret Deal. It documents how, in 2014 alone, Kenya accounted for 150,000 tons of sugar smuggled from Somalia. That smuggling generated an astonishing $400 million in revenue.
Thousands of people from that area wanted to hear from me. When I arrived in Mombasa, in Kilifi, in Malindi, everybody wanted to listen to me. When I went to Masai Land, in Kajiado, in Narok, the Maa people want to listen to Riggy G.
The report is explicit. The money was shared between Al-Shabaab operatives, Kenyan politicians, and sections of our military officers. This is not conspiracy. It is documented research. Yet while we mourn the death of Umia Sugar Company and the collapse of local cane farming, our leaders were busy getting profits from illicit sugar imports. Even the Institute for Security Studies reported that in the year 2020, sugar made up 45% of all goods smuggled into Kenya. These are not backyard smugglers operating uncut at the border. These are powerful networks protected by the state machinery. Let us remember the chilling moments in 2015 after the Garissa University College attack that claimed 148 young lives. Then Majority Leader Aden Duale, now Cabinet Secretary for Health, declared that he would release the names of Al-Shabaab sympathizers and masterminds. The country waited. The names never came. Northern leaders kept threatening to expose sympathizers. Up to today's silence. In that silence, Kenyans have continued to bleed. So when Rigathi Gachagua says out loud what others fear to whisper, that Kenya's political elite are entangled in networks that fund terrorism, why should that be treated as treason? Should it be an urgent wake-up call? It does not end with sugar. Another reporter ordered greeters by the Global Initiative Against Transnational Organized Crime lays bare Kenya's role in gold smuggling. Our airports, especially JKI, are a hub where gold smuggled from Sudan,
William
Congo, and
Ruto,
other
you need
landlocked
to know,
African
the
countries and
Americans want to know
nations
why
is
you are
moved
working with Al-Shabaab.
discreetly to Dubai.
Why, when
No
you are in
ordinary
Mandera,
citizen could run such
you met
a
3
sophisticated
leaders of
operation.
the Al-Shabaab
This is the
militia
handwork of
at
individuals
night to
protected by
discuss
the highest
business
level
with them.
of the state.
They want to know
And it ties
why.
directly into our compressed
They
foreign
also want to
policy.
know why
Kenya's involvement in Sudan, including considerations
you
with
have
the
removed
rapid support
the
forces
requirement for
and their
vetting
leaders, Hemeti, is not
of
secret.
non-Kenyans before
We
they are given
hosted him
IDs.
at KICC. We allowed our territory to be used for suspected arms smuggling. A US senator even warned that Kenya was undermining peace in Sudan. The consequences are now evident. Our agricultural exports to Sudan have been banned, hurting Kenyan farmers. Nairobi has tragically become one of the worst hubs for illicit economies. From arms trafficking to human trafficking to sex child trafficking, the evidence is overwhelming. BBC recently exposed the shocking death of child sex trafficking networking operating locally. International watchdogs identified Nairobi as a transit and investment hub for South Sudanese warlords who finally looted pylons from Juba into released estate in Nairobi. Patriotism is not silence in the face of state capture. Patriotism is not burying your head while your country becomes a hub of terrorism, financing, smuggling, and exploitation. True patriotism is calling out loudly and unapologetically. Kenya is at a dangerous crossroads. The economy is collapsing under debt. Farmers are betrayed by illicit trade. Our foreign policy is compromised by backroom dealings with warlords and militias. Our youth